Hey, welcome to Greenlight. So today we're talking about Blu-ray and DVD releases, as well as 4K, and what kind of special features there are in the back of them. The first one we're going to be talking about today is going to be the Joker, and the Joker just won a Golden Globe. While Joaquin Phoenix won a Golden Globe for Best Actor in his film The Joker, as well as we're going to be talking about The Lighthouse and a couple independent horror films. So stay tuned. We're going to get started right now. Hey, so we're getting started right now. I also have a giveaway that I plan on giving away. So it's going to be the John Wick 3, Chapter 3 film. So stay at the end of this video and you'll find out more information on how to enter into the giveaway. So first things first, if you haven't been here before, please subscribe down below, press the notification bell so you know about videos like this every week, including filmmaking tips and Blender 3D tips as well. I do more of like beginner stuff when it comes to Blender. Oh, let me help Logan. Hold on. You okay? The chair? You're sitting on it wrong, probably. That's why it does that. You gotta sit right on here. You can't sit like how you do. It's okay. You're okay. You're okay. Alright. Use this chair. This is not for sitting like that. Okay? Here you go. You're okay. There's your cereal. Do you need your milk too? Out of the kitchen. Oh. It's okay, I'm bringing it. There you go. Be good. You got milk. And cereal. You have cereal too now. Oh, he was sitting kind of strange. So, getting right back into this. Sorry about that. Let's see here. So, our first film is going to be the Joker movie. All right. So this is the front 4K version of the Joker. My son's talking a whole lot than he used to, as you can hear for yourself. So this is the first 4K of the front cover, the first of the Blu-ray releases this week. The Joker of DC. It's very big for them to even get nominated for like for anything, let alone a Golden Globe. But comic book movies have been getting nominated lately a lot, including I believe it was last year, Black Panther. So this is the first of the DC comics to do so, and I guess it's kind of like it happens sometimes in award season. They kind of do like makeup year. So basically, like movies they felt like should have won the years before, like The Dark Knight. People talk about that a lot. Well, this is almost like retribution for that. from what I hear, was a phenomenal film. Me and my wife have started it. We didn't get to finish it. That's what happens with like R-rated films and stuff like that. We gotta watch it on our own time, and our own time is very limited when you have a child. So it's tough to watch these type of films. But phenomenal acting coming from Joaquin Phoenix, and I've seen him over the years kind of grow over time. And the first time I remember seeing him was in the film Signs with it was basically a M. Night Shyamalan film. So we have the back end here. And what I love about this here is something I've talked about a lot on this channel, is whenever a production company or a film company basically puts it in words in this way. You see, it's not just making of Joker, or behind the scenes of Joker. It says the making of a behind the scenes look at the creation of the film. So it's all one word, it's all one title. And they kind of, make it very lengthy like that. And they say like a look at the creation of the film. They're really going to go in depth. I'm not sure how long this is, but I'm expecting this to be close to an hour or over an hour. I'm hoping it's over an hour. That would be great. But looking ahead here, there's Joaquin Phoenix alternate takes and costume tests. So those are all going to be great tidbits and like chock filled with information behind the scenes stuff and how they put everything together, even their color scheme within costumes. With their costume tests, you can kind of see how they develop their look and their feel for the film, because within the locations and the color scheme that's going on with the locations and clothing is everything. They need to match so that you have a full aesthetic throughout your film. So this is going to be a great behind the scenes to see. I might end up just buying this film cold like this and without even finishing it, just to see the behind the scenes, because when they say stuff like that, expect a lot. Expect a long documentary. All right. I'm going to leave you to this for a second. I'm opening the door for our dog here. All right. And we have two more things for the Joker. There's a Best Buy release, of course, for their steel bookcase, for steel book collectors. Let me know in the comments down below if you like the way this came out. I thought it was very, very clever here. Minimalist and, simple is the game, especially for this film when the subject matter is very, very strong. But I kind of like the Target looking one. I believe it's a sleeve. It's an exclusive only at Target type of thing, which Target does a lot. Let's put that up here. I don't think they come with anything else other than just that the slip cover is different. But I think this one's pretty cool. All right. And we're going to get ready for our next film. Okay, our next film from the acclaimed director of The Witch. And talking about Batman and everything like that. The Batman universe with the Joker. This film coming up next has a future Batman in it, which is Robert Pattinson. Any day from now, we're going to see something pretty amazing when it comes to the new Batman movie, which is going to be hopefully his suit. From what I'm hearing, they're pretty open about what you're seeing on set while they're filming. I'm not sure exactly where it is that they're filming right now, but I'll let people know here on the Blu-ray episode, most likely next week. I might say something. I'm a big Batman fan, so I'm enjoying this. I'm seeing a lot of Gotham City police cars and stuff like that, and they're gonna add like blimps or something, give it more of the 1990s cartoon feel. So I'm very excited about that. That's gonna be really interesting. Okay, we also have a back end here, which is courtesy of Blu-ray Dan. All right, let's show the back end here. I liked the movie The Witch, so I thought it was really interesting the way that movie played out, the direction it took, and it wasn't like a gore horror film. It was a little more psychological. So I am definitely gonna look into checking this film out. Maybe it might show up on Hulu. They tend to show up on Hulu a lot. Let's see the back end a little bit closer. Alright, so first off, from what I see here, The Lighthouse, a dark and stormy tale. It looks like it plays on Moby Dick, I think. Let's see here. Trying to see if I zoom in here. The Witch. Yeah, so it takes place in New England, 1900s. I think it has some things to do with Moby Dick or a mermaid, from what it looks like there. So, moving on. Basically, this is going to be really interesting since it's done by A24 and Lionsgate releasing. It's an A24 film and it's being released by Lionsgate. This film is it's an art house film, so it's all about acting. So this is going to be great for directors that want to focus a lot on their actors and really learn how to, take actors always into the next level when it comes to their characters. Especially with difficult characters, they really want to, dive into these and give a good rendition of them. All right. And then from there, you see the audio commentary with co-writer and the director. So that's a great look into the story a little bit more and how the script was most likely written, as well as the director and his take on the film and his take on what they planned on doing and what they actually were able to achieve, because those are like two different things. If you're starting a script, it's all planning, but the shooting of the film is the second cut of a film, basically the second edit of a film, and then you get to rewrite the film basically yet again in editing. So it's a bunch of different drafts and writing, bunch of different cuts and editing. However you look at it, there's different passes on it. So they're definitely going to get into it here in the audio commentary, as well as deleted scenes, and you can see where they had to take out some scenes. They may even mention that as well. So look into this film here. Let's see. The next film, Girl on the Third Floor. Girl on the Third Floor. This is a horror film. There's no back end here on this film. I have seen this title multiple times, so it's circulating around, most likely on the internet and everything like that. There could even be a trailer. Sorry about that noise. My son's experimenting with his toys. And he likes to play loud because he's little. And this microphone's really good, so it tends to pick up stuff, a lot of things. So this film, if you know anything about it, just let me know in the comments below. This film is more or less of an independent type film, but with its marketing, I think they're doing pretty good in getting it out there and having people see it. So that's always a good thing when it comes to independent film. And then we have a couple more here. This one, we have a back end of it, but there's no behind the scenes of this film. This one's called The Shed. So from the Saw franchise, is an executive producer of the Saw franchise. It looks interesting, the poster. You know, sometimes less is always more. And like, that's what I was saying when it comes to the Joker. And I'm hoping people learn certain things on this channel. Just an overview on how, you know, films are looked at by a filmmaker. And things like this type of poster, this says it all. Obviously, it's very simple. Logan, you don't have to scream. No screaming. Okay. Okay. No screaming. All right. And thanks to Blu-ray Dan, we got a back end here for this one as well. Since, like I said, there's no special features, this is the back end here. I'm not going to have a close-up shot of it. I'll just zoom it in a little bit more so you can get a better look. But it looks interesting and looks well made enough, the photography and everything. So let me know in the comments below if you've heard of this film. I'm sure it looks really, really good. Executive producers of Saw, you know. I enjoyed the first 3 of Saw, and I kind of just like didn't get to see the rest of them. But I'm not a horror fan like that. But for horror fans, this will mean a lot to them. Our next film here is called Depraved. It's an IFC midnight film. IFC is the independent film channel on cable. They tend to show a lot of like short films, interviews with directors, interviews with filmmakers, and everything, especially when it comes to like the independent world. So this means a lot in the sense of like, if you're getting an IFC midnight stamped on your Blu-ray here, and they're releasing your film, then it's promised to be a very good film for independent filmmakers, especially in the horror genre. So check that out here and let me know in the comments below what you think of this film. And then our next film is Mine 9. Looks like a drama thriller, a thriller drama kind of thing. So there's 9 coal miners and they're trapped underground. So it says 2 miles underground and 1 hour of oxygen. So it's like a horror, not a horror, but it's like a real life horror in a sense. But it's more of like a thriller drama type thing. Look into that. This is a Gravitas Ventures releasing. Like I've said before here in this channel, when it comes to them, they a while ago, they were very, open to taking phone calls and everything like that. I'm not sure how they are right now. This was back in 2018. I was talking to them about my documentary. So shout outs to them. They seem very supportive to filmmakers, but I hold myself in reserve when it comes to distribution in general. If it's not done by you solely. A friend of mine, Alex Ferrari, I've talked to about this, had mentioned that as well, to just be weary and be aware with everything going on right now. Filmmakers tend to either lose their projects, lose their rights to making anything on their projects, even if it does get a name out there. Now you got to go and try and make a second film or something like that with no money. And, doing it independently, if you've done it my route as well, too, I haven't really made any major money on my first feature film that didn't go into diapers and everything like that in the beginning. And then I have my issues with Amazon Prime. which I'll do a video about that. But let me know in the comments below if you're interested in hearing more about that. So we're going to move on into our next film. The next film is, here's Crown Vic. And we fade this in. So Thomas Jane. Oh, and Luke Clantake, something like that. I could be butchering that one. But Thomas Jane is the original Punisher. And he was I think it was in 2005, Punisher. So this one looks interesting. Him being a cop, and it looks like it could be an action type role here. This one also doesn't have a back end in it. I believe this is a Gravitas Ventures film too. There's a bunch of them coming out. And this next one as well is actually Cosmos is a Gravitas Ventures releasing. I don't think Crown Vic is. So let me know in the comments below what you think about these films. Since all these films don't have back ends. I'll be powering through these. There's one coming up at the end here. So we have, next is On the Arm, based on actual events. Let me know in the comments below if you've heard of this film. Interested in checking this one out. Looks like a crime drama, an independent crime drama, especially when they're talking about something real. Kudos to them for getting that done and getting that shot. If you know how hard it is to make your own films, then you appreciate any independent filmmakers who create real, based on actual events or true story, anything that is, about the human experience, which is what films are always about. Even though if we're looking at robots and stuff like that, the human experience is always the main course of action. It's always going to take you through the film, because when we look at films, we look at their eyes, and we're looking at human eyes. All right, so our next film here is called Imprisoned. Lawrence Fishburne. I'm not sure if he directed this, but it looks like he was like a major player in this film. He could be a producer in this, so shout outs to him on that. It looks like that is that the Cuban flag? I believe that's the Cuban flag behind him. No, that's not the Cuban flag. I think that's the Puerto Rican flag. They have the red stripes, I think. And then our next film is a Universal releasing of a sequel. I think I may have seen the first one, but none of these guys were in the first one. It was called Bulletproof. This is Bulletproof 2 unrated. So let me know down below if you've heard of this film as well and you're interested in checking that out. I'd love to talk more about it. I don't think there would be any special features, but there looks like there could be. So our next film here is Red Dog. It's a Gravitas Ventures releasing. It looks like it's a documentary. It looks kind of like it could be a racy documentary type of thing. So let me know in the comments down below if that was a good film. And we have another Gravitas Ventures movie, a little late for Christmas, called Christmas Kid. I mean, this would have been good to have released this on Christmas Day, but I guess no one's going to really go and buy movies on Christmas Day. There was Judy that came out, though, and that won a Golden Globe recently, which was pretty cool. A film about Judy. It's a biopic about an actress who was in the movie Wizard of Oz, and she was the main actress in Wizard of Oz. So this next film right here does have a back end. It's called Wild Bunch on Ice. It's a family film. And let's see the back end here. I don't think there's a behind the scenes on this one. But we're gonna take a look at it. We're gonna take a look at it anyways. Let's blow it up a little bit more so we can get a better look. There we go. So this is the back end for this film here. And then we have another kind of independent releasing. But whenever you have major stars, anybody that has a name, I usually don't look at it. And if you have more than one, I usually don't look at it as like an independent film. But they are considered independent films when they have a lower budget. Anything under 10 million is considered independent film nowadays. Paradise Hills. So this is all it has Emma Roberts and Mila Jovovich or something. So check this out. Let me know in the comments below if you've seen this film. It looks like could be kind of like a thriller with these two in it. So let me know in the comments below if you've seen it and you know anything about this film. Our next film releasing today on Blu-ray, our last one, is called The Bet. It looks like I think it's I believe it's a like a Christian-based film. Let me see here. I want to make sure. What's a Gravitas Adventures film? It could be like a family dramedy or something like that. Wow. You see, this microphone picks up everything. So my mom just got in her car and it sounds like there's a car driving. So I'm going to open this up real quick to give some shout outs to anybody in the live comments real quick. And then we're going to talk about our giveaway today. Okay, so quickly, let me see. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so down below. We do giveaways like this every other week or so, but every month we at least do one giveaway. So quick 1 second. Alright, so got my John Wick 3 here. Let's fade myself back in here. So, as you can see, John Wick. I have mentioned it before. I was really going to get this from my collection. But I do have giveaway. I guess I'll do like kind of like an unboxing type thing. You can see here. John Wick Blu-ray. And this is the back end. Oh no, this is the front end. And then this is the back end here. Alright. I like the way the slipcover has that shine to it. And the shine is very nice with the slipcover. But we have an interesting digital copy here. Showing time. So I'm giving 2 of them away because 2 of them come in a pack. So one is a John Wick Hex, which is a video game. So we get a free giveaway for video game as well, and the movie. But the movie has like a strange. I'm gonna just cover up the little code on the bottom. But the movie has like this thing here where basically let's see, it's a Lionsgate VIP thing, and it's got one of those, I forgot what they call that, but basically you scan it with your phone. I'm gonna have to get like a really good high-res copy of this and send it to you online, but we can talk about it on just put down below in the comments. Make sure in the comments down below to enter. You can talk about any of these films we talked about today, including John Wick 3, and what are your thoughts of maybe John Wick 4 coming out at the same time as The Matrix 4, which is supposed to include Keanu Reeves twice over in one day. So let me know down below. I'm not sure if they changed the release dates recently, but if they have, let me know if I'm wrong about that down below as well. But basically anything you say goes. Just make sure you have your Instagram account, like you see mine here. I got both of my Instagram accounts right here, my personal one and my Greenlight one here. So you can contact me within there for anything filmmaking, including about Blu-rays and stuff like that. And we can geek out and talk about that all day. But basically, to enter into this contest, into redeeming the streaming digital copy of John Wick 3 and the John Wick Hex, basically you get like a certain amount of time with them to play this game. I guess it's like a 50% off thing, and I think you get to try it out for like a trial. So this is just a bonus video game with John Wick 3. So to enter down below, comment anything that you like about this episode, as well as your Instagram account, so I can send it to you and or tell you that you won. We can talk a little bit about how you can obtain this and be able to get this, which will be rightfully yours. It just has like this, like, a QR code. It has a QR code. So let me know if that's okay with you. I could send a good high-res photo of this and send it to you through Instagram. And then you can download it and put it on paper and be able to like scan the QR code or something and receive your film. Just let me know in the comments down below any tips on that that may help. And I'm going to choose which one has the best comment, and then you can win this giveaway. So don't forget to hit the notification bell, like this video if you like it, and I'll be seeing you here next week where we'll talk about more Blu-ray releases, as well as maybe even a Blender video could pop up next week. I am working on my second feature film right now and getting that put together with the animated retelling of a story of an interview in the film. So I'm trying to push my limits in my knowledge in this and keep pushing myself to create better quality films, including videos for you. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button again and like it, and I'll see you here next week.